No? Not? All right. With that, we are ready to roll. We are ready to start. Come on now. All right. Dan Becker, I will call you out. We are ready to start over again. Thank you. All right, with that, we are very excited to have one of our own, Benjie Davis, is launching Wirl. Very unusual, and I'll let him tell that story about how he got involved in this, but just get through the accelerator program with NC Idea, so can speak to that and the importance and the impact that it has had on him launching this. So with that, Benjie, welcome.
Thank you. So thank you very much. My name is Benjie Davis. I'm the founder of Wirl. We are bringing personal styling to everyday people, and I will tell you what that means. We are going live November 1st, and I'm very, very excited to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what we're doing and what that's going to look like. I do want to start by telling you how you can help at the beginning, so you can kind of be thinking about this as I talk. First of all, you can check out our website. You can go there, you can sign up, and I promise you we will let you know just the moment that we go live, so you can tell all your friends. We are looking for additional stylists to work with us, and I'll tell you what that means. We are looking for additional marketing and outreach opportunities and ideas, so just be thinking about what we can do better there. And finally, we are bootstrapped for now, but eventually we'll want to bring on investors, so I'd love to start having conversations now with people that, after you hear this, you think might be the right kind of investor for us. So let me ask you this. How many of you have found yourselves, either yourself, your spouse, your partner, in this position? You're getting dressed in the morning, you're standing in front of your closet, and you cannot decide what to wear. Yeah, show of hands is great. So this is a common problem in millions of homes all across America. This is not the biggest problem in the whole entire world, but this is a problem for a lot of people. This is especially true for anybody who has any sort of a non-typical body type, whether you're big, tall, short, small, anything like that. And it turns out that 2/3 of Americans are considered plus size and have a very hard time finding clothes in the stores that are designed for them and that fit them. People also just don't know what kind of style they're looking for. They know that their clothes aren't stylish anymore, they used to be, and they don't know how to get that style back. So one thing that people are doing is hiring personal stylists. And a personal stylist is somebody who can go shopping with you in person, help you find that style, help you find the look that's going to be right for you to kind of show the world the you that you want to present to them. And let's do a quick show of hands. How many of you, either you, your partners, your spouses, have ever hired a personal stylist? 2, 3, okay. So 3 out of this room, right? Here's the interesting thing. Well, so the reason that is personal stylists are pretty expensive. They average about $100 an hour, and most people just don't even think about it as an option. We see them on TV sometimes, and you don't think, boy, that's something I should do. You think that's something for famous people, maybe wealthy people, and so most people aren't even looking at it. But let's figure out this then. Why, if only 3 people in this room have used it, was this a $750 million industry? And this is back in 2014. If almost nobody is using it, and they're very expensive, so it's out of reach of most people, where is this industry coming from? And what we think here is that by making it an industry that can reach the vast majority of people, or a large majority of people, we can create a vastly, vastly expanded market by making it affordable, making it accessible, and making it something that everyday people can use. People are trying to solve this problem now. So a lot of people go online to shop, right? People go to the stores and they decide, oh, this is too hard, I don't know the styles, so I'm gonna just stay home and shop online, because it's a lot easier. You buy things, they get delivered, you try them on, they don't fit, they don't work, you send them back. They try again, you send them back. And it turns out that 30, 40, or even 50% of all online sales end up getting returned. So that's one solution. Doesn't work that well. Another huge thing these days is Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix is a company where you give them $20, they send you a box of clothing with 5 items in it. You keep what you like, you send back what you don't, and they are telling everybody, hey, we are online personal stylists, we're gonna solve your styling problems, we're gonna show you stylish clothes that are gonna fit you, and it's gonna be amazing. And people love this idea, they're flocking to it in the millions. 3 million people have tried it this year alone, 10 million people since they started just a few years ago. And people love the idea, they love it. And here's what happens though, they get the box, they open it up, and they're disappointed. because the clothes don't fit, they're not the right style, and they're actually pretty expensive for what you're getting. But here's the thing, people are so desperate to have more style in their life that they're not liking the box, they're trying again. They're saying, here's Stitch Fix, I'll take another, and another, and another, almost like they're playing the lottery, hoping that next time they're gonna hit it. I don't know if any of you played the lottery last night. I assume anybody who won is not here. So on average, people are only keeping one item out of that box, and that's because that $20 they've already spent can be applied to that first item. So really, people are not finding the solution delivered to their door in a box. It's not working for them. Why? To Stitch Fix, you and I are data. They are trying to turn all of us into algorithms, and I appreciate that. I come from a technology background, but the reality is that turning all of our bodies, all of our shapes and sizes and preferences into numbers with their 100 data scientists is just not there yet. They may be someday, but we also think that there's this missing in-person aspect. Now, they also have personal stylists who are remote and online. They have about 4,000 personal stylists who take the recommendations from the algorithm, kind of adjust what you're getting, and then send you your box. But each one of those personal stylists has 700 clients, and there's just not that much that's personal about you and your 699 other kind of co-clients of this personal stylist. And so it's just not working for people. The other thing we have going on is people love to talk about brick and mortar retail and how it's dying, right? It's a very common theme. The reality, however, is that it's not true. So online sales are certainly increasing at a faster rate than brick and mortar sales. But brick and mortar sales, retail sales, have always been, always in the reasonable recent history, have always been increasing, have never gone down, even in 2008 when we had all the everything going down. And the reason for that is that 68% of people actually prefer to shop in person for things like clothes and shoes, because there is just something about that iterative shopping experience where once you find a pair of pants that fit, you want to find a shirt that matches. And if you don't find that pair of pants and you try another one, then you want to try a different shirt that matches. You want to feel the clothes, you want to see the colors on you. And when you're shopping online, it just doesn't work as well. So all of this is culminating in Wirl, and here's where we come in. Wirl is an online marketplace for everyday people to find and hire great and affordable personal stylists who are going to shop with you in person at the stores you love. People are going to go online, you're going to have a wide selection of stylists from a wide variety of backgrounds, and you're going to find the person that's just the right fit for you. Stylists are going to come from many different places. Some of them are professional stylists right now. Some of them are people with fashion and retail backgrounds who have stepped out of the workplace and are ready to get back in, but with a flexible working schedule. Some of them are people that just love shopping, and they're the kind of people who take their friends shopping, they take their family shopping. And if they can make a little bit of money on the side helping you and me shop, they love it. And then there's also students at fashion schools like NC State. So all these people come with a wide background of experiences and are going to set their own hourly rates. And this is kind of the key. So right now we've got 10 stylists signed up to join us as we go live on November 1st, all across the triangle. And their prices at the moment range anywhere from $22 an hour to $90 an hour, and really everywhere in between. And so you are going to come on here, you're going to find your stylist profile, they're going to have a little bit of bio about them, their specialties, will eventually have ratings and reviews, they'll have a little fun fact about them. You really want to try to get to know your stylist, and most importantly, no, you can't see it on this picture, down here you're going to have pictures of people they've styled, so you can get a sense for the kind of work that they've done, the people they've styled, and kind of the looks that they can help you put together and really feel comfortable about this. Now, on the stylist side, we're getting great feedback. They are saying the hardest part about being a stylist is finding clients. And when we talk about this, they say this is literally everything I've wanted. These are direct quotes. I'm not making this stuff up. So they're very excited. We've got 10 people on board. We are looking for more. The business model is pretty simple. So stylists, as I say, set their own rate. They're 1099 contractors. We are facilitating the transaction. We are taking 25% of their rate, and they are, nobody has yet had a problem with that as we've had these discussions, so we think it's a pretty fair cut. We're setting a 2-hour minimum just to make sure that their travel time is worth it, to make sure it's a useful time for everybody. And that's it. That's our business model. To go to market, we have Facebook and Instagram ads. We are going to engage with micro-influencers to help them spread the word, and then we're going to leverage the stylists' own networks to make sure that they're reaching out to people they know. I'm running short on time, so I'm going to try to keep this quick. We really want to do the gig economy right, so we're going to do as much as we can to help empower the stylists, help them be the best stylists that they can be, help them really excel as their own small business under the Wirl umbrella, build their personal brand, and eventually we're going to have thousands, tens of thousands of stylists working with Wirl all across the country. Once we get up to scale, we want to look into things like, can we help them access health insurance and things like that? What can we do with this massive group of gig economists, great gig participants? We also want to partner with great organizations like Dress for Success, which is a fabulous local and worldwide organization that helps women kind of prepare to enter the working world if they've been out of it. It helps them get nice clothes that they can go to interviews with. It helps them find that style that's right for them, all free to them, and helps them with coaching. And we would love to partner with them long term. We have a great team. In addition to myself, we have a marketing specialist, a lawyer who's doing legal and operations, a designer, a PR specialist, and actually this developer and one additional developer that we just hired. It's a fabulous team. I've worked with all of them in the past. They're really good people. I'm very excited to be bringing them along for this crazy journey. Progress. We just had the idea in June. We've been working on building the team and the MVP ever since. In September, as we mentioned, we participated in the NC Idea Labs program. It was fabulous, and I would love to talk with anybody who might be interested or have questions about it. On November 1st, we are launching. We are going live in the Triangle. I'm very, very excited about that. We've been kind of getting ready for a long time here. Once we're live, we will continue to build and iterate on the platform, on the website. We will eventually create native apps, which are going to give us a lot more features that are going to make it very sticky for both sides of the marketplace. And then eventually, when we're ready, we will expand to other cities regionally and nationwide. I know that you're really, really thinking you want to help, and I appreciate that. So what you can do is you can take out your phone, go to wirlme.com, wirlme.com, sign up for our mailing list, and I promise you that I will tell you when we're ready to go live. And then you can share that with your networks. We're also looking for additional stylists in the Raleigh, especially on the Raleigh side, but anywhere in the Triangle, if you know anybody like the people that I was talking about. We're also looking for a lead stylist, somebody who can be the face of Wirl, or the, I don't know, more stylish than me, face of Wirl. And we're looking for, like I said, additional ideas for marketing and speaking opportunities, as well as introductions to kind of like-minded investors. Last but not least, I want you to feel great every time you get dressed. I swear I'm not putting coupon codes out there for everybody I talk to, but I have been a part of this community since July, and I really wanted to give you guys a chance to try it out. I put a coupon code out there, 1MC. So once we do go live, it's good for 20% off a styling session, and that's coming out of my cut, not the stylist cut. So put it in there. It expires November 15th. And with that, I thank you very much for your time, and I will love to take questions.
Isn't this a social media driven kind of business, considering the client base? So are you on Twitter and Instagram?
Yeah, we haven't kind of put the presence out there yet because we don't want buzz before we're ready to capitalize on it. I'm also trying to be a little bit careful as we're going live when we're only really able to handle the Triangle. Like, I don't want this to kind of spread all around the world and us say, like, sorry, we can't help you right now. So I'm trying to, even if it's a slower start, I want to really perfect things in the Triangle, and then we have to adjust the website a little bit to prepare us to be able to expand. But yes, we'll definitely have Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that.
I think you might want to rethink that. I just don't know that Raleigh is that stylish, that they're, I mean, if you look at this room, we're pretty laid back.
Speak for yourself. So I will say this.
I mean, no offense to everyone who's
No, it's, yeah, I will say that, so we've talked to about 100 people, solid interviews. Men and women are experiencing these problems very differently. And so I would say 90% of the women that we've talked to said, that's a great idea, I would love to use that. I don't know, 15% of the men are in the same category. So I would encourage you, if you're kind of questioning, like, is this guy nuts? Go talk to a couple people, see what they think. But yeah, I hear you. Sorry, right here, and then I'll.
Yeah, I was just the other thing. Stand up for me, please. Jim, by the way, I'm stylish today. I had a personal stylist this morning. How about you? Let's go. You know? What I was going to ask you, what you're doing with a lot of stores, like Nordstrom has in-store stylists.
Yep.
Are you going to be using advertisers as part of a stream to help offset your site and your business? Like a Nordstrom, posting advertising there and some of the other places for clothing?
It's not part of our Go Live strategy, but certainly eventually. For those of you that don't know, Nordstrom, you can go in and actually get a free personal stylist while you're shopping at Nordstrom. Some people have tried it, some people like it. Nordstrom tends to be pretty high end, and a lot of the people we're talking to are especially excited to use this service at places like Kmart, Marshalls, and consignment stores, where they're trying to save money, but it's really hard to find what you're looking for at those stores. The other thing at Nordstrom, we really believe that a lot of the value here is you're getting honest, objective feedback from your stylist, and the people at Nordstrom are on commission. And so there's this kind of weird thing going on there of like, does this really look good on me, or is it just a $500 coat? Yeah. Or, sorry.
Yeah, I'm a senior at State, and I know so many people don't use this and love to be stylists. But my question is, so if I go and find Jackie and I think they're the perfect person to be a stylist, what's the communication platform? Like, do you guys provide a way of communication, or I just say I want this person, and then you give me
Oh, I can't believe I didn't say that. Yeah, thanks. So you will book your appointment right through the website. So they'll put their schedule out there. Here's the hours I'm available. You'll say, I like this person. I'm going to schedule at this time, at this place with them on this date. You pay right through the app, and then eventually we will have kind of a privacy buffer of phone numbers being masked and everything, but for now it's going to be kind of personal communication between you and them. That's it. But I would love to hear from your friends who might want to be stylists. Yeah. Right there. Oh, sorry.
Okay. You and then we'll come out.
So then if I do work with Jackie, why would I ever use the app again?
Yeah.
Like I have Jackie's phone number,
Yep.
we're good.
So this question comes up a lot, and it's a very fair question. That's part of where, when I say we're going to add native apps, iPhone and Android apps, we're going to provide a lot of additional functionality in there, including like a kind of a communication buffer, both so that you don't have their direct phone number and they don't have yours, but you can still contact them, both from a privacy perspective, but also just from a kind of separation. A lot of people don't like talking about money with people they're interacting with, and so this is kind of where Uber really excelled, is it just took money out of the equation, and I don't have to negotiate with you and say, well, I'll do it for 20% less, and then we have to work with either cash or some other direct thing. I think it's probably still going to happen, so I kind of acknowledging that right up front. I think most people are not, and we just kind of want to handle that as we go. The other thing that we're looking at long term is that we really want to negotiate discounts with retailers once we have a volume to say, hey, we're bringing people back into your store, we want some of that. We want to negotiate discounts that you can only use while you're in kind of an appointment through Wirl. Does that make sense?
All right, Eric, I think you're next.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't even think about that. But I think if you provide enough value for your stylist, they will want to stay with you, like you were saying. But also, I was thinking with Stitch Fix, you said they have 4,000 stylists. Mm-hmm. That seems like a great market to tap into. I bet they hate typing on a computer. They probably want to go out and go shopping. So I would target some of these.
Yeah,
like you're going to make them happier. They get to go interact with people versus just being online. And the Nordstrom people, maybe they feel confined.
Try not to poke the bear until we are ready. Yeah, no, it's a good call. It's a good call. I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so two questions. First, I've actually seen similar ideas going back at least 4 years. Mm-hmm. Corey Harris had Swagger, Brian Burnett in downtown Raleigh and Glenwood South Taylors. He had an idea similar to this. I'm curious how you want to differentiate your product. And if you go back to the slides you had with your potential competitors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. And what is the brand positioning you guys are going to have to differentiate what is a sizable or a very, you have a number of very large competitors?
Yeah. So I see these as competitors in that they're trying to solve the same problem. From my perspective, I've talked to, I'm not joking, 100 people, and I don't know why I'd be joking, but 100 people, they're not having their needs met by these people. And so while some people are, right, some people love Stitch Fix and they're going back again and again successfully, most people are looking for help and they don't know where to get it, and it doesn't occur to people to look for stylists. And so part of it is bringing down the barrier to entry and the cost to a level that many kind of middle class people can use, at least on an occasional basis. A lot of the personal styling things that would be considered a marketplace if they were a little more open, they're not open about the rates. There's no flexibility in rates. So there's one out there right now that is starting in, I think, New York, LA, and one other city. It is a flat $75 an hour, but the big differentiator there is they don't let you choose your stylist. You say, I want a stylist. You're going to pay $75 an hour, and you don't get to choose who it is. You have no input into kind of what kind of a person you're going to be working with, and what is a pretty personal experience as you're going and trying on clothes.
Okay. Second question. You mentioned that some of the women, well, 80% of your customers, I imagine, will be women based on the data that you gave, 85%. Okay. You mentioned that some of those women want to use a stylist when they're going to consignment shops or lower middle market type retailers, so that they can find that. It's been my experience as someone who worked in the consumer products business for 10 years. Women are choosing to do that as part of a community. They enjoy the experience of going to shop with a girlfriend, and they enjoy the fun. You're now bringing a stranger into that experience that they're paying for that. Aren't you destroying what is a very traditional bonding ritual, or attacking a bonding ritual of going to shop and getting the find and having the treasure?
That's a good question. They're all good questions, but that's a good one. You know, I hadn't thought about that, so I will give that some thought. I think people do love the find, that's true. I have not heard from a lot of people that have talked about the communal aspect of it. And I think for a lot of people that have moved to the area recently, or don't have a lot of friends, or don't have friends that they consider more stylish than them, there is a gap there that they're looking to fill. I do think that for some people, this personal stylist is going to be that person who, yeah, you don't know them now, but it's somebody that is there to support you and cheer you on and help you find those things that you're looking for, and will become that person for you.
So you and I have spoken before, because I've had 10 years in fashion design and styling and all that sort of stuff. To speak to what was just mentioned, do you have options for stylists to go out with groups?
So as we go live, it's me booking an appointment with one stylist. Stuff like that, absolutely. I think things like, not to get, I don't know, stereotypical, but like bachelorette parties, or we're getting ready for a special event, or just want to go shopping with a group, yeah, absolutely. I don't see any reason why we can't add that in.
And are you doing anything specifically with a stylist that might include things beyond, for example, a simple shopping adventure, but might include a styling consultation, taking into account things like colors and shapes and so on and so forth, so that those women can then also enjoy learning more about their styling process when they're not specifically right next to somebody?
Yeah, so part of the reason, or not the reason, part of the thing we're looking at with Go Live is we're just connecting people, and if you want to shop for 2 hours, that's cool. If you want to just talk about colors and kind of how to style yourself while you're wandering around Nordstrom or wherever, that's cool too. And we kind of don't care. We want people to use it however they're going to get the most value out of it. One thing that we're envisioning long term as we build the apps and everything is enabling, and I should have mentioned this when you were asking that, but enabling people to be in contact with their stylists in between styling sessions, whether that's, I don't know, some sort of a subscription service, or that's just how the stylists keep their leads warm, basically. Being able to say, hey, I'm looking at this shirt in a store, does this go with the jeans we picked out, and stuff like that. Okay.
So the question I have is, when I write and I go to Grammarly, it asks me who my audience is. Do I want to create strong or mild emotion? Is this a business group? It asks me the type of group I'm speaking to, and whether I'm writing to inform, to be creative, or whatever. Do you have a way to select stylists based on perhaps the event I'm dressing for? Mm-hmm. So I may want to create strong emotion at an office party, but not create such strong emotion when I go for an interview.
Sure.
So do you have that?
Yep. So this is not what it's finally going to look like, but we do. We'll have kind of the availability to share your specialties. So in addition to your bio, a little bit of about you and what the stylist likes to do and how they like to style people, it'll be specifically, I'm really good at working with people who are dressing for a job interview, or I'm really good at helping people find special event clothes, or things like that.
Will I be able to search on the basis of that?
Yes.
Okay.
Not when we go live necessarily, but yes.
Okay.
We have time probably for one more question.
Yeah. So do you have a solution once you're starting reaching the mass market, or we're running out of stylists? Do you have another way to say, do you have a plan to maybe encourage more people to become a stylist or amateur stylist, or have a training program? For example, Uber, I can drive. I never thought it would be a taxi driver, but I can do Uber as my second.
We don't have specific plans for how we want to do that. We know that we will need to kind of do that as we go. For now, it's been very manual, but we have kind of anytime we've been put in touch with somebody who tells me, oh, my friend is kind of stylish and they might be interested, they are always interested. And so I do think that as we start to get out there and people start to know about this, especially as we're testing out the local market, we're going to see how many inbound leads do we have, and then what do we need to build on to be able to expand that to other cities. The reality is, well, for right now, I don't know how many stylists I'm going to need to cover the Raleigh-Durham area. I think I mentioned we have 10 right now. I'm hoping to get that to 15-ish when we go live. Just give people a really wide selection so you can really find the stylist that's right for you. But we'll see how many we need, and getting those 10-ish people is not that hard. So just reaching out in new markets and saying, hey, we're putting this out there, who's interested, and seeing what the interest is and kind of vetting people from there.
Actually, we have time for one.
Yes, I love questions.
Gentleman in the back.
I'm going to do you guys a
stand up.
Yes, sorry. I'm going to do you a disservice. Honestly, I see you guys being very similar to like an Angie's List, and if you look at their business model, it's been a little bit challenging for them simply because they've got marketing on both fronts. They've got to acquire stylists, and they also have to acquire customers to pay the stylist. How are you going to approach that? Obviously local first, but you know, as you continue to grow, what's going to end up being your approach to handle that?
Yeah, so I mean, there's all these kind of network effects going on. Part of, as we do grow, and if we're able to get the discounts through retailers, I think that's really going to help bring in additional people. But we're just going to have to see, and so that's why share, tell your friends. It has not been difficult to find the stylist so far, and so until we reach that point, it's not something I'm that worried about. In all the conversations I've had with people on the stylee side, on the client side, they seem really hungry for this. And I'm sorry, I'm going to pick on you because you're nodding a little bit, and I see that a lot from women, and it's kind of a weird audience to talk to, but women just tend to get it a little bit more than men. And so, I don't know, it's a big hypothesis, and this is why we're putting our minimum viable product out there, but we are really excited about it. I do think it's got a lot of potential. I think we're just going to learn and iterate, and as we figure out which side of the marketplace needs additional attention, we'll go out after that. I'm planning to spend most of our advertising money on the shopper side, on the client side. I think that stylists will be easier.
Thank you, John, for your
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I think Benjie will be around afterwards for additional questions. Thanks, everyone.